Hello, my friends, and welcome to a special tribute episode of the Chest of Obscurity. This time we're actually going to be looking at a game which we know so very well that came out as one game, then became something else. And on top of that, its co-creator just passed away recently. Yoshihisa Kishimoto, who was behind the creator of both Double Dragon and Nekketsu Koha Kunio-Kun. You know it better today as River City. So we're actually going to look at the Game Boy version that became something else. This is Nekketsu Hot-Blooded Kunio-Kun's Final Battle, which was a 2000 translation from ICE. So there's three difficulties: easy, medium, hard. We're just gonna go medium and just go jump into it. A mysterious company named Munakata came to town, and its workers began to harass the townspeople. Munakata's president had an only son named Yuji. One day Yuji was passing by Nekketsu and fell in love with Miho. So he tried to take her. Luckily, Hiro helped Mio. Escape. But they caught up with him. Hearing the news, Kunio heads out. If you don't know, this became Double Dragon 2 over here as it states. And just like its US counterpart, yeah, you have to learn this move. Which is basically the Shoryuken. That's all you gotta learn, just the Shoryuken. It's amazing how far this franchise went from being what it was and turning into something else. Because everybody knows Kunio-Kun became Renegade at one point Then it became Double Dragon at another point. Almost like with how Final Fantasy spawned 2 games. And then became its own, and then those 2 games became their own entities. If we can't kick, we will show you again. You know, Kunio-Kun got no time for this kind of shit. I mean, that's all you're learning. Just Shoryuken is the way to go. I had this game sitting around for quite some time. I just never really picked it up, and just with a lot of games, I technically do that. Not like it's a bad thing, but you know, I'm doing a lot of projects. And it's usually the case of me getting a lot of stuff and saying, oh, I plan to do this. I plan to do this when I'm done with this. Okay, so, as you can tell, this game is just as cheap as the US version. Shoryuken! Shoryuken! That's all you have to know. Shoryuken. Enemy smash, because why not? if you think about it, Kunio-Kun was technically the series that just broke all the barriers as far as how a beat 'em up is supposed to be. Now, I'm okay with, this kind of behavior with beat 'em ups. I'm just not okay with them beating me up. If you don't remember this stage, it's from the very first game, when it came over as Renegade. Now, if you don't know, Double Dragon was pretty much ass backwards as far as how the beat 'em up core was designed in Kunio-Kun. We don't use guns here. Asshole. Oh, by the way, this was the entire time you were going from point A to point B. This sounds so much like Double Dragon. Except that the tune is inverted. I mean, it's the compact version of Kunio-Kun. I think Double Dragon lost itself over the years, whereas Kunio-Kun never lost itself. Because River City Girls actually came off of, was born through this series. Because the very first game they were featured in was in the Super Famicom version of Kunio's Eulogy, I believe it's called. I didn't give you a satisfaction, sir. You hit me once. That was your first mistake. I mean, once it went the supernatural route, that's when Double Dragon just fell apart. Whereas Kunio-Kun, now it's all about kicking the various asses around Nekketsu. It's like, Nekketsu got some bad folks in there. So they just need some badass kids to basically beat the living shit out of these badass folk. Yeah, they were hooligans, but come on now. Plus, you know, it just never recovered after Double Dragon 3. I feel Return of Double Dragon was the best we were ever going to get out of that series. Neon, they tried, but it just made things outright weird. So, you bring them into the Kunio-Kun universe. Oh, they just gonna mock the living shit out your ass. And that's what happened. honestly feel that's what happened. And I believe Double Dragon just became too big for his own britches. Especially during the 90s. It's like, it tried to set the standard. No, Kunio-Kun was the standard. When it came out over here as River City Ransom, Kunio-Kun set the standard of what a beat 'em up is supposed to be. Even though it was, for a moment, confused. Because if you notice the difference between Kunio-Kun and Double Dragon, it's about a woman. Kunio-Kun was never about a woman. No, this series was basically about a couple of kids protecting their city from the Yakuza. The local Yakuza. Double Dragon, well, once it did the supernatural route, once it did the supernatural route, it just never recovered. This series is basically a testament to, staying close to its roots. I'm not saying if you go past the roots of being a beat 'em up is bad, but make it to where it makes sense. Keep it to where it makes sense. Okay. I mean, if you want to do that, sir, we can do that. Man, I got a pretty mean kick, sir. But I still say Shoryuken to your ass. Kunio just doesn't really have time for this kind of shit, man. I feel that the series would sort of want to continue. Now with Kishimoto gone, I'm pretty sure the series can move on. I mean, they still have Double Dragon. It's under its parent universe, so I think it'll be okay. Because if you really think about it, Double Dragon was that kid. That kid in the family. What is that? What did you bring home? No, what is that? Why'd you bring that home? Okay, it's your responsibility to take care of it, okay? No, I am not mad at you. Just wondering why you brought that home. You know, that's all. I might be a little disappointed in you, but I can't be mad at you. That's how I look at Double Dragon. It's like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna let this one pass. I don't know why you brought that in, but okay. I'm just glad to see you're home. I mean, if you really think about it, Kunio-Kun was the one that just basically grew up. It's like, so, oh my god, you mean to tell me this is what happened to this is what happened to the series? Yeah, this is what happened to the series. It's like Yu Yu Hakusho, really. It's like Yusuke was that punk kid that just like... He was a good guy. He just was just very rough around the edges because of how he was. I mean, think about it. He was raised by his mother, by himself. Didn't know who his father was until much later. You know, he had to go to hell to do that, but still, he went through quite a strange journey to grow up. And all was needed was somebody to kick his ass. Knock him down a peg. That's all. Kunio-Kun was, you know, technically like that. I mean, technically, that's all it really was. The series has grown into its own self, you know, it stayed to the roots of staying a beat 'em up and nothing more. And I can respect a series when it does that. It doesn't try to change what it already is. Even if it has, like, so many things going around it, it stayed true to what it was. Like, oh, it had a bonus round. You raced, but you still beat people. You raced, but you still beat people up. Even when it went through its strangeness of what it wanted to be as a beat 'em up, it just stayed true. tell that sumo was prime final boss material. If not that, penultimate boss. Because he wouldn't be a Yokozuna. And the difficulty was, you know, as is. That's what people, gamers in particular, don't get. It's like there's nothing wrong with playing a game as is. Some gamers get it, some don't. They think, oh, this game's easy. No, it's not easy. If it beats your ass, it's a learning experience. That's how I've always seen video games. It's like, if it beats your ass, if it cooks you, it's a learning experience. That means, okay, you know what not to do. But do this instead. Like, you have to learn how to plane, like, not fight on the same plane. So nothing wrong with this game, you know. That's how all games are really designed to be. Just like everything else, it's a learning experience. It's not about getting good, it's just about knowing how to play the game and eventually being it. And I can tell you, that's all it's been about with me, you know. It's the reason why I play RPGs. Because they don't all play the same way. It all requires strategy in different forms. Like I said, with this series, it's gonna be alright. I mean, the guy passed away when he was 64. He left behind a legacy of a terrific beat 'em up series. I mean, we could say that Kunio-Kun and Double Dragon were like brothers. Double Dragon wanted to hang in the crowd. Want to be one of the big kids. Kunio-Kun was basically the diligent big brother and just said, hey. Just gonna let you know, man. You don't want that. You don't want that kind of smoke. That's all it was really about. It's like, nah, you really don't want that kind of smoke. So now, I can show you how it's supposed to be done. But otherwise, no. You can't handle this kind of smoke. And as you can tell, Double Dragon became everything. And then it came back to its roots and decided, you know what? You were right. The Kunio-Kun series basically said, I know I was right. So how do you know? I've been there. I just did some really stupid shit, that's all. It's like, the series itself became a dodgeball series, dodgeball, soccer, hockey, and still had a beat 'em up aspect to it. It had a samurai series to it, a Sangokushi series to it. It went the Arthurian route. Double Dragon didn't go as far as it did. That's all. It's just basically, yeah, I'm gonna be like Kunio-Kun, but I'm probably gonna be better than Kunio-Kun. Nah, you can't be better than Kunio-Kun. Especially when they did the Three Kingdoms version. Oh no, that was just insane. But the good kind of insane. That's all. And it's quite alright. Just like, I went that route. It was weird. But I can't say I didn't have fun with it. Boss Gauntlet, because why not? Not sure if this game has infinite anything on it. I could check, but you know, I've gone so far with it, you know. try and chug it. Wait. Go. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. If I don't get past it, it's okay. After all, this is more like a tribute video more than anything else. And Chest of Obscurity is really about showing off the game itself. And if I beat it, I beat it. If I don't, well, you know, I don't. It's just me casually playing through one game, and, you know, we move on with life. Well, who says I'm just going to... not just, you know, try, you know? The whole trick with dealing with this boss is just making sure you have enough space. Because all he's going to do is just that. Which is technically stun lock you. And the game is all about, you know, fighting not on the same plane. See what I mean? So you want me? Just one more. He should have had more than one move, but you know, I'll really let this one go though. But yeah, this was the Game Boy version of what turned out to be Double Dragon 2, but really it's a Kunio-Kun game. So that said, you know, there were a lot more games that were done better than this one. And the last one we got was River City Girls 2, which brought in not only the girls but the guys as well. And the rest is history with the series, you know. So, with that said, this was a Chess of Obscurity tribute to the creator of the Nekketsu Koha Kunio-Kun series, aka Hot-Blooded Tough Guy Kunio, aka River City. So until next time of whatever I plan to do, I'll see you next time with something else. Be it Let's Play, Replay, or Chess of Obscurity. Whatever that may be. Till then, take care, guys.